morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night. Yes, sir, Elton McFall here with you virtually live. Not at all. Not live at all. And now the camera's going out of focus because I was filming for a while and it's gotten colder now and there's a bit of wind. Whatever fucking reason, the damn thing's gonna go out of focus. Lovely Dodge, isn't it? Pretty sure the guy who owns this is probably the same guy who owns a beautiful 57 Chevrolet that is sometimes parked over here. 210 Chevrolet, not a Bel Air, a 210 mid-range station wagon in factory stock condition right here on La Rue Cuvillier. Check this out, eh? Look at that. That's interesting because that looks like it was an old work truck turned into a camper. I don't see that too often. Anyway, there's some construction walls there. They put I guess you could call that a retaining wall when they dig a big hole in the street specifically, you know, so that the damn walls don't cave in. Anyway, so we're walking on my street southbound here, and I'm not going to film all the way to my house. Whoa, that is a fucking vintage Harley, man. Wow. I got to get a shot of that, actually. That's amazing. Is that your bike?
Yeah.
What year is that Harley?
2005.
Come on!
Yeah.
Hope you don't mind, I'm showing it in my YouTube video. Ah, snap, I missed a spirit just going by. Fuck me running. Oh, you can't get everything else. I know, listen to that siren. Your quintessential vintage, as they say in French, giraphone. Very cool, brother. Right on, man. Have a good night, guys. Man, 2005, I thought that thing was from the 70s. That's what's cool about motorcycles. You can get a motorcycle and you can make it look vintage. You can't do that with cars, man. You can't do it. I'm sorry. None of these fucking cars are interesting. The only thing noteworthy that I see is this Ford that I've seen a few times here, which looks like some kids had fun with it, so to speak. But, you know, it's different, you know. Usually this is, you know, the quintessential type of vehicle owned by a guy who's in construction or plumber or something, like a carpenter, you know, a contractor, if you will. It's neat. It's different, you know. C'est bien fait, as we say in French. It's well done. Now, I'm a little worried looking at those retaining walls there. If that's what they're called, because again, this is my street and I'm a few blocks away from my place. I live south of here, walking slowly south there. And frankly, yeah, I'm worried that they're going to start digging up my street before the cold comes, because they got to change the pipes, right? The water pipes. Yeah. So, on verra, comme on dit en français, we'll see. We'll see. That's smart. See, look at that. I've seen that in a few places. I'm telling you, just, you know, it's just open. Just take yourself a free book. See? It's all out of the rain, out of the elements. It says in French, Mini Bibli Norserado. Yeah, it says take a book and leave a book. Hey, that's brilliant. Even me, I don't read enough. What do I read? I read what's on the web, what's on the old information superhighway. And there's me walking by an old Chevy Venture. And there's a busted TV that somebody took apart to get the valuable, I don't know, I guess it's gold or silver pieces on there. And here's a Pontiac Transport, the Pontiac version of the Chevy Venture. And look at this. What am I, in a fucking repaint? An old Chevy Venture, there's a busted TV wide open. A Pontiac Transport, which is pretty much the same thing, and another busted open TV for its precious certain parts. That's funny, man. I love that about life, you know. You never know, man. You fucking never know. Speaking of you never know, if you were oh Christ, just earlier I filmed a walk on Saint Sebastien Street, and I get to the rough part, which is Berry, right? Where all the fucking scum are, unfortunately. Christ almighty. And there's so many cops there now they've spilled over into the fucking village. Right, to leave them with a nice taste of real life. And when I cross the fucking street, I cross the Maisonneuve, there's the park. I start saying blah blah blah. The park is here, and then filled with fucking degenerates. I'm like thinking, oh, maybe I should stop filming. You know, this fucking black guy. I don't even know why I mention he's black. It doesn't matter. Fucking nutjob. He says, yeah, you better fucking stop filming, or I'm gonna fucking throw rocks at you. That's what he said exactly. What a fucking loser, man. You know, vraiment là. Come on, focus. You fucking bastard. I paid like over 400 bucks for this thing. I already have problems. The world is not going to last, I'm telling you, man. You know, when products are built more cheaply than ever and they don't last like they used to, that's a bad sign, man. You know? That fucking Tempo is probably better made than a lot of cars today. I guarantee you. And that fucking Tempo is what? Over 20 years old? Think about it. Might not be the best example because, I mean, it's a Tempo. It's a cheap car, but the later model Tempos and the Topaz, sorry, that's what it is, the Mercury Topaz, they were actually better than the earlier ones, which came out 10 years earlier, or 83 anyway. They were terrible cars. Yeah. Okay, the camera's really going out of focus now. It's not good. This dog is going ape shit. Oh, I met a cute girl. She was biking and singing to the top of her lungs when I was filming a walk on this street last week, right here on De Rouen. And I crossed her path again. Nice girl, French, but French from France, you know. Yeah, I don't think we're going to be able to film much more of this because, like I said, the camera is just tired now. I've been using it too much and going out of focus. Nice Mazda 6 that went by there. Look at this, nice dually. Nice color. I dig it. Like that. I gotta admit, one of the reasons why I like those dually big pickup trucks, they got kind of that redneck thing, kind of a badass thing, like redneck white bread, I guess you could say. I don't know. I don't think you can get more fucking white bread than redneck, that's for sure. Jesus Christ, or trailer trash. There's something cool coming. Yeah, man. Bang on. The older version of that dually I just showed, eh? How do you like that? How do you like them apples? And there's your quintessential staircases. As I mentioned in the video one time, when I had a clique of friends back in the 20s, right? Man, there were people would go to a party at their place, right? And if you come out fucking hammered from the second or third floor and you're going down those stairs in the winter time when they're covered in ice, oh, les moteurs, as my grandfather used to say. It's like, man, gentlemen, stop your engines. Stop and look and listen, or you'll fall on your asshole. Oh, I like the color on that Chevy Cruze. You know, a friend of mine I saw last year or the year before, I don't know, he's a tattoo artist. He's a swell guy. He's a Mick like me, but more so. I mean, fuck, his last name is O'Keefe, you know. He's got one of these black. He gives me a ride, I don't know, 3-4 minute ride, whatever. Look at this. This is clever, eh? Very nice. Very nice. Need more stuff like that. That's beautiful. Clever. Anyway, the Chevy Cruze, yeah, I gotta admit, I think when I was in the car, I was like, wow, it's cozy, it's comfortable. It seemed to be well thought out, and frankly, those of you familiar with my videos, I mean, I shit on GM big time. When I was a kid, to me, GM was like as important as I don't know, Fats Domino or something, you know, just it was way up there in my regards, dans mes regards, and what I value as, you know, of importance, you know, like my, you know, like when I was a kid, you didn't have Chevy cars that have a big emblem like that, because God, you know, today they're so fucking look-alike, most cars. And back in my day, man, my parents had the 79 Delta 88. The neighbor next to us, she was a nut job. She had a Pontiac 6000 Woody wagon. Well, it was a fake Woody, but it was still a nice wagon. Neighbors next to us had a Volvo, but they still had their Cutlass Supreme 1980. Neighbor across the street, the O'Kanes, old folks, nice old folks, they had a Cutlass Sierra, I think it was an 85. Before that, they had a Buick LeSabre. Look at the color on that, eh? Isn't it? You know, sometimes I have a theory that the reason why you see a lot of these micro cars in different colors is because it's to make them more interesting. Because if they didn't have a color, an actual color, something that pops, it'd be fucking boring as hell. Jesus, Murphy. Think about it. Anyway, I'm gonna stop here once we get to La Rue Ontario, because like I said, the camera is hot, and anyway, it's running on half-empty battery. I don't even know why the hell the battery's on half-empty. The damn thing I charged all day, didn't I? Je me souviens pas, là. Je sais pas, là. Je sais pas, là. All I know is there's a bike shop. I used to get my bike fixed over here on the right. I don't want to go into it, but I stopped going to see this guy, though. Can't remember exactly what was the reason, but let's just say he got mad at me one time there. It was uncalled for, and if there's one thing you don't do, business is get mad at the customer. You can do a lot of things, but you can't do that. It's a no-no. There's an old Corolla, eh? Boy, these survive well, eh? These and the Tercel. God damn, look at this thing. Fuck, looks like it was redone or original miles. Look, the guy can't even fucking park properly. It's typical. Fuck. People have fucking old Toyota Corollas. The older the Toyota Corolla, the more they can't drive. I'm telling you. If you don't know what the fuck I'm talking about, come to Quebec. You'll see. I'm telling you, man. I know what I'm talking about. It's what I call the psychology of cars. right? Get my drift. Catch my drift. Anyway, as we always say there, c'est ça qui est ça. This is it, is what it is. And there's the Armée du Salut, the Salvation Army. Believe it or not, I actually worked there for a few hours last week. Earlier, what was it? When the fuck was it? Earlier this year. It didn't work out. I don't know, the boss said it was actually volunteer work, but he didn't say it to begin with, so I didn't appreciate it, but whatever. I was like, 3 fucking hours, whatever. What's 3 hours, right? It's like nothing nowadays. Anyway, wishing you all well, unless of course I can't stand you. Well, especially I can think of a few people, and you know who you can go to hell, seriously. And that's it. Other than that, take care, bonne soirée. Salut la visite!